Hey friends, it's time for Global Tarot Circle. I am Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. We do this once or twice a month. We do Global Tarot Circle once a month and our YouTube meetup once a month, but it's pretty much the same thing. For December and January, we will only do one meetup a month and only one class, but we are still doing our members only live stream as well. And that's the reason we're cutting down is just for these 2 months, December because of the holidays and January because of StarCon. So that's what's going on with that. I also want to let you know tomorrow for the Friday weekly wrap up, it's going to be late. It's going to be about 12:45 Eastern time, just because of what my schedule is. All right, let's get going. I am so happy to see you all here. Thank you so much for being here. A special shout out to our members. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. These are people who are making a monthly contribution to support this channel. You can also support this broadcast with super chats and super stickers. You can also support this broadcast simply by liking this video. And if you have not subscribed, please do. And make sure you hit the bell so you get notified when I go live. So have you gotten your December tarot scopes yet? They're right in front when you get here. So make sure you check out your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I've played around with formats for this. And this month's format may be my favorite, but you let me know. Okay, now those of you who are members, remember that our members only live stream is December 14th this month at 7 p.m. Please join us for readings and holiday magic. All right, let's see who's here. I'm so happy to see all of you. Smile Soul 20, I see you, first one here. Thanks for being a member here. And your question will be the first we answer. Melanie, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. So happy to see you. Von Ray, nice to see you. I was just watching you drink eggnog on TikTok. Happy to see you. Glad that you're here. And thanks for being a member here. Karen Winkle, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Sarah, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. And you know what to do. Do as Sarah did. Tell us where in the world you are and what deck you are working with. Sarah's in Miami working with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Perfect. Disco Bunny, nice to see you. Kristen in Connecticut with Dark Mansion Tarot. Ashrael Knight, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Karen Winkle, you are here from Vancouver, Washington with Everyday Witch Tarot. Peggy Lou, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here in Ancient Forest Oak Hill, Florida, using Golden Universal. Claire C, nice to see you. Port Charlotte using the Toth deck tonight. Very interesting. Gayleen, so nice to see you from Gold Coast, Australia. Is it like morning? Do we say good morning to you? Glad you're here. Betty Flesher, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Lady Lenormand, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Lady Lenormand will be vending at StarCon, presenting at StarCon, and is a StarCon sponsor. Yes, indeed. Cheryl Jefferson, nice to see you. Hello to everyone here. Von Ray is in South Florida with Crystal Power deck. Betty, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Using the Mooka in West Virginia. Ashrael is in Vancouver, British Columbia with Classic Tarot. Kathy Lee, nice to see you in Port St. Lucie using the Rider-Waite. Hope to see you at our Cards and Conversation meetup at Panera Bread in Palm City on December 12th. Likewise, DeAndre G in Port St. Lucie, make sure you join us in person Sunday, December 12th at Panera Bread in Palm City, 4 p.m. And yes, it's 10:05 in Australia. That is fabulous. All right. Diana Price, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And so, yes, are we doing questions? Yes. For the first half hour or so, we will do questions. Get your tarot decks ready. This is tarot practice for us all. Here's how it works. If you have a burning question, the kind of question you want to ask a room full of tarot readers, not about tarot, but about your life, go ahead and ask it. I will pull one card and answer verbally. And then anyone else who wants to do the reading will put the name of the person, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. So if we're reading for you, make sure you scroll through the comments to get your entire reading. All right. So, let's see. And Diana, you are in Guatemala using Golden Art Nouveau. Beautiful, beautiful. Very good. Thank you all so much for being here. All right. So I am in my office in Palm City, Florida, and I am using Aunt Lily's tarot. This is the pocket edition. There's a larger edition too. This has become my workhorse. I really like it. And Claire Lilly will be presenting at StarCon. So you get to learn about her and about her beautiful new deck. So just a little bit about StarCon. International Tarot and Divination Conference, available in person in Palm Beach Gardens and online on Excelivant's event management platform. Ticket prices range from $50 to $425, so I'm sure there's a ticket for you. You can join us in person or online. We would love to see you. Learn more and get your ticket at starcon.com. That's STAARCON.com. While you're here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to StarCast, STAARCAST. That is our podcast. You can download the audio on that wherever you catch your podcasts. You can also see it in video form right here on YouTube, and you'll learn more about StarCast and about StarCon and our StarCon presenters. So do make sure you make your plans and get your tickets. All right. Let's get going. The very first question that I see is Smile Soul 20. Thank you for being a member here. Easy question. What does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Page of Wands. The universe wants you to know that you are still learning, still growing, and it is important for you to be both athletic and creative. All right. I am scrolling down. Okay, let's see. Where do the questions start? The next question I see, Ashrael Knight. Thank you, Ashrael, for being a member of this channel. Burning question. I won a prize, but haven't heard back from the prize donor. I already mentioned it to the organizer as well. What will the final outcome be of this situation? Well, congratulations on winning a prize, but I guess if you don't receive it, and that's the question, will you receive it? If you'd like to do this reading at Ashrael Knight, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what do I think? 6 of Wands, the winner, and yes, you will indeed receive it. It'll happen. Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Burning question, how is my daughter-in-law's pregnancy progressing? Let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading at Karen Winkle, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. 9 of Wands. I don't think it's easy. I do not think she's having an easy pregnancy, but I think she's okay. Not easy, but okay. Diana Price. Again, thank you for being a member here. Where should I go next and when? That's a broad question, but let's see what we can do with it. If you'd like to do this reading, recognizing that Diana has been a digital nomad for a while. She's in Guatemala right now. She is a U.S. citizen. Okay, so at Diana Price, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. King of Wands reversed. I think you need to be careful about your next move. I think it probably should be soon, but you need to really be careful about what you choose based on what's going to bring you the best sense of stability. Okay, Claire C., thanks for being a member here. Your question: will my previous boss help me with a positive recommendation? Let's take a look and see what we see. If you'd like to do this reading, at Claire C., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Magician reversed. You know, that's an interesting thing. I feel like you're going to have to really pursue this, and there's no reason they shouldn't give you a positive recommendation, but I just feel like it's going to be hard to get. I don't think they'll give you a negative recommendation. I just don't feel like they're going to take the time to do anything. And N, hi there. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, Sarah, thanks for being a member here. Burning question. This December, like now, I want to refine and restructure my routine. To do this, what behaviors am I currently doing that I should discontinue? All right. And those of you who have been following along here know that Sarah just got back from like a 2-week silent retreat out in the Southwest. So she's definitely like doing everything she can to up her game. And we know that. So if you'd like to do this reading, at Sarah, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, let's take a look and see what we see. Behaviors to discontinue. I got the Ace of Wands, and I would say be careful about quick reactions. Whether the reaction is anger, fear, guilt, whatever the reaction is, there are people in your life who know how to get a reaction out of you. Be careful about quick reactions. Take your time before you react to things. Melanie Part is so happy to see you here today. Best action for me to take with my gentleman friend. If you'd like to do this reading, at Melanie Partis, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Emperor reversed. So I feel like there are ways that your gentleman friend is not entirely stable or reliable. And I'm wondering if you've found that in some way. And the question is, if you have, is that a deal breaker? Or maybe it's just a matter of recognizing this is what it is what it is, it's not what it's not. And can you be happy with what it is and the way he is? He does bring some good things to the table, but there are some things that are maybe difficult or irritating. If it gets to the point where it's too difficult or too irritating, bye-bye. Choice is yours. Peggy Lou Leven, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Is my health going to get any better, or is this the way it's going to be from now on? If you'd like to do this reading, at Peggy Lou Leven's, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Hanged One reversed. And so this says there may be some things that you can do to create some improvement. That is not to say that chronic issues are just going to go away, but there may be some new treatments or things that you can do to get some control of it. Okay, and I see people doing readings. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Nilsa! It's Nilsa. Nilsa is N. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't spoken with you in so long. It's so nice to see you here. Yay. Okay. Let's see, did I miss anyone? I just over scrolled, but I'm seeing a lot of readings, but I almost missed some questions. Okay. Nilsa, here's the question from Nilsa, who is just N here, but we know she's Nilsa. How will my son do with his internship? If you would like to do this reading, at Nilsa or at N, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Ace of Pentacles reversed. I think there will be some struggles here. And I think the key should be just to get through it. I do not necessarily think this will lead to employment for him, but if he can just get it done so he can check that box, that's really what the goal should be. Oh my gosh. Here's a good one, Von Ray. I had an episode of sleep paralysis last week when I saw a white spirit and a black one. I wasn't afraid of them, but it's been in my head since it happened. What did those two represent or mean? If you'd like to do this reading, and please do it as a reading. As soon as these things come up, people like to just sort of give their opinion or their experiences. In this format, do the reading. That's the key. And if you need to do two cards, what does the black one represent? What does the white one represent? That's fine. But do the reading. All right, at Von Ray, the name of the card or cards you got and your interpretation. This may take more than one card, but let me just see. Let me just see what we see. Honestly, I think that when we think in tarot terms, we think about the high priestess sitting between the white and black pillars. We think about the chariot with the white and black steeds. The card that I got is the Six of Wands. I think they are both here to help you, to let you know that you are winning, that you are internally and externally moving forward in the ways that you need to. And you just got to keep going. I think that's what it is. DeAndre, is there a way to ask me a question privately? Absolutely. I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, right here in my Palm City office. You can book an appointment with me right on my website, christianagaudet.com, or you can go to my website and find my contact information and reach out to me. I will be more than happy to schedule you for a reading. Absolutely. Okay, DH, what does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading, at DH, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Page of Swords. I wonder about schooling. If you're in school, thinking about going to school, doing some kind of learning or taking classes, if that may be encouraged. It might just be about being a student of life. But the other thing is pay attention to communication. Communicate accurately and honestly, even when that's difficult. So learning and communication. Okay, Pamela Thies. How can I handle normal situations without getting so anxious and worked up and feeling ramped up afterwards? All right. If you would like to do this one, at Pamela Thies, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Eight of Swords reversed. You know, for me, the Eight of Swords is the anxiety card. And so, like, your question is, how can I handle my anxiety? And tarot answers with, get over your anxiety. But I think really there's a real answer there, that you need to think about broader ways of treating it. Whether you do it with diet, exercise, supplements, medication, meditation, to really create a plan. That this is not like isolated moments. This is, and I'm not a doctor, I can't make a diagnosis, but this is an anxiety disorder. Treat it as such. However you choose to treat it that way. All right, Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What area of my life should I concentrate on at this time? If you'd like to do this reading, at Betty Flesher, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Five of Pentacles reversed, new opportunities to do the things you want to do. All right, I'm just scrolling through here. Okay, let's see. DeAndre G, how does my future look? All right, if you'd like to do this reading, at DeAndre G, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Six of Pentacles reversed. You know, I wonder if there are some relationship issues, whether that's a love relationship, a family relationship, friendship relationships. I feel like there may have been situations where you're giving too much. situations where others are not giving you what you need, and you need to really look at that and make some changes accordingly. All right. Hang on a minute. I am scrolling. It's really easy to miss questions in between the readings. And thank you everyone for being so awesome doing readings. And Melanie, wow, these readings are really helpful. Man, that's what we're here for. This is so good. I hope that you find these things helpful, all of you. Okay. Kathy Lee, does my future show a positive relationship with a good man? Maybe it's too late for me. Let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading, at Kathy Lee, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Four of Swords reversed. It is not too late. It is not too late, but you need to do what it takes to make it happen. You need to believe in it. You need to be present. You need to be out meeting people, but it can happen. Okay. Simple Living Tarot. Thanks for being here. I've been single for 20 years and now ready to be in a relationship. I've been dreaming for the past month about someone I don't know. Is there meaning in this? If you would like to do this reading at Simple Living Tarot, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Five of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think there really is meaning in this. I don't necessarily think that this person that you've been dreaming about is the person. I think it's just a placeholder for the person you have not yet met. But the idea that you are manifesting it, you are making it happen, you are doing what you needed to do inside and out to make it happen, and it indeed will happen if you continue to do those things. Cheryl Jefferson, so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. I would like a card for my older daughter. Will she clean up her troubles? If you'd like to do this reading, at Cheryl Jefferson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Two of Cups reversed. Now, there's nothing you can do or not much you can do to help her do that. And right now, I feel like she's got some basic self-esteem issues where she doesn't really know where to start or what to do or any of it. It's going to take some time. It's going to be difficult. And there's not so much you can do to help. It's a difficult situation. Let's see what the other cards say. Okay. Yeah, Pamela, thank you for sharing that. If you're using tools and it still seems to be an issue, you need new tools. That's the thing. Hey, Jill Watson, nice to see you. Melissa Baker, nice to see you. Yeah, we do the readings for the first half hour, and the second half hour, we do another kind of tarot brainstorming where we'll actually talk about tarot. So definitely stick around. Hey, Horse Van Dunn, nice to see you. Ashley, nice to see you. Amy, major life changes over the past 2 years. Do you see anything regarding relationship? All right. If you'd like to do this reading, at Amy, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Knight of Cups reversed. This would make me think that there is a relationship that is not working, or there has been a relationship that is not working. And maybe the most important relationship right now to work on is your relationship with yourself. See what other people have to say. Okay, from my perspective, I have come to the end of the requests. Hey, Tarot with Linda, nice to see you. Glad you're here. So, if you're here and you have not asked a question and you want to, please do. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate. At this point, the floor is still open for your burning questions for readings, but we are also going to open the floor for questions about tarot. Now, that can be questions about a particular tarot card, a particular tarot deck, or a tarot technique. We've had 2 requests so far about what we're going to talk about. Hey, Clumsy Clairvoyance, nice to see you. We've had 2 requests so far about things to talk about. One from Betty was a request about tarot magic, not just what cards to use, but how to use them. We'll do that. And we decided today during the newsletter recap that we were going to talk about the solar eclipse and how to use that energy. And I meant to look up, like, where is the solar eclipse? When is it? Where is it going to be visible? I don't know any of those things. I didn't look those things up. So if someone is knowledgeable about the solar eclipse, please do share that information. And again, the floor is still open for your questions. And I see a couple more coming in, so let's do it. Jill, men in my past are getting in touch and apologizing for things they did or didn't do in the past when we knew each other. It's so weird. It's happened so many times. Is this for my karma or theirs? All right. If you'd like to handle that question at Jill Watson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Or maybe it's not even about karma. Oh, sorry. Knight of Swords. So if I had to say between the two, I'd say theirs. But maybe it's not about karma at all. Maybe it is to let you know that you deserve better. That in all things, you have maybe tolerated over time people not treating you well, and you deserve better. So maybe it is not so much about clearing up karma as it is an active message. You deserve better. That's where I would go with it. Okay, and so the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, 12 degrees on the 4th. Okay, hey, Amy Mauser, nice to see you. Okay, and from Clumsy Clairvoyance, so nice to see you and thank you for being a member here. My question is, how can I connect better to my intuition this week? If you would like to do this reading at Clumsy Clairvoyance, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Justice, work on balance. Maybe even do balancing yoga postures. Maybe, really do meditations around balance. Think about balance, seriously. My favorite balancing yoga posture for increasing intuition is eagle. Do you know eagle? Like the arms go like that. I can't quite get it, but I'm working on it. And the legs do the same thing, so it is a balancing issue. Try that, seriously. Okay. Okay, Tara with Linda. I'd like to ask how things will go if I reconcile with Ian. That's my son's name, too. He's a Gemini. I'm a Sag. All right, if you'd like to do this reading at Tarot with Linda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And before I do that, I want to say thank you for the super sticker from Clumsy Clairvoyance. Most appreciated. Clumsy Clairvoyance is a member here and has also helped out by supporting this broadcast with a super sticker. You can do that too. Super chats, super stickers, always welcome. Your membership is welcome. And your subscription is welcome. And liking this video is welcome. Please like this video. These are all ways that you can help support this channel if you like this channel. All right. So the Tarot with Linda question. Again, if you'd like to do this question at Tarot with Linda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. How things will go if I reconcile with Ian. So I got the Lovers. And that says to me that there may be some things that, like, we're not done yet. Now, the Lovers is not in any way an endorsement that you should reconcile or that if you do reconcile, you will be together forever. You have to be careful about the decisions you make. You have to be careful about communication. But it does feel like there might be some unfinished business here and it might be worth giving it a shot. Amy Mauser. Can I ask what the universe wants me to know? Or are we being more specific? No, this is good. What does the universe want you to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Amy Mouse with the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Amy, the Four of Cups. Recently, there's been a bunch of stuff that you're not particularly happy with, and it makes you feel bad and it's sad. But you can acknowledge that it's hard. And you don't have to, if you don't have to do it, you don't have to do it. But be patient, keep your good boundaries, and all will be well in the long run. Just be patient right now. Okay, Jamie S., nice to see you. Thanks for being a new member here. We appreciate you. We had a major shift in our household recently, and my question is this shift going to have a lasting negative impact on my relationship with my son? Let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading, at Jamie S., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And the answer is, okay, in this deck, it's the fallen angel, but it's the devil. And the thing is, you're not the problem. Your son is not the problem. The problem is somebody else. And there's a lot of bad dynamics here, and it's not a good thing. And you're going to have to work this through with your son because your son has some real misconceptions here. And I think you have to be really careful about how you go about doing this. There has been some real dysfunction and real unhealthy stuff here. Hopefully this shift is about correcting that. But it'll take a while to correct that with your son. All right, Ashley, how will my real estate investing go in the coming year of 2022? If you would like to do this reading, at Ashley, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Eight of Pentacles. I mean, I don't think it's going to make you a millionaire, but if you keep plugging along, you're going to learn and you're going to grow. It's good. It's good. Okay, so as regards the eclipse, this is probably why I haven't heard about it because I won't be able to see it, but you don't have to see it to work with it. Path is across Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand. Shadow falls across western states, California. It's the 3rd in the U.S., the 4th in the U.K. Hey, David Victor. David, guess what? You were right about this. I found this. Lady Lenormand gave me these. David asked me why I hadn't been using them. The answer was I couldn't find them. And you see that shelf right behind me with all the tarot decks on it? I thought it was there. And David was like, it's right. And it was right there. And it was hiding in plain sight. So I found it. Yay. Okay. And Dave says, I think the eclipse will only be seen from the far southern hemisphere. Yep. Okay. Melanie, you also got lovers, huh? For Tarot with Linda. That's so interesting. Okay. I'm back scrolling to make sure I haven't missed anything. I just see a lot of... Okay, Sarah, who's also here in Florida, the eclipse is at 2 a.m. Eastern time, but we won't be able to see it. Jamie says, wow, so spot on. Thank you. Yeah. It's so great to get feedback on this process because it's a pretty weird process. I think we're the only group anywhere on the internet that uses this process. And it's a process that we developed very organically in Global Tarot Circle. We've been meeting, since 2012. We were on WebEx for the longest time, then Facebook, now here. And it just sort of developed organically. So it's nice to see that it's working. Okay. All right. I think, okay. So I'm going to close the floor now to questions for readings. If I missed you, please reiterate. And let's start talking about tarot itself. And thank you, Melanie, who says that this practice is great, and Amy, who says it's working brilliantly. Yeah, it does seem to be, even after all these years, or maybe especially after all these years. Okay, so let's talk about the solar eclipse, recognizing that even if we can't see it, we can work with its energy. What can we do? And go ahead and just tag it eclipse. How can we work with the solar eclipse? What is the energy there? What can we do? And, we can do like this little tarot thing. I'm getting out the big cards. I did not prepare in advance, as I told you. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I spend a long time preparing for these, and sometimes I don't. That's true for our in-person meetings, too. And I appreciate that you're sort of patient with whatever we do. So thank you for that. And what you can do is create an energetic eclipse with the cards themselves. So the cards sort of mirror the eclipse. And I'm just looking for the three cards. You can imagine which cards I'm looking for, right? The moon, the sun, and the world. But where's the world? I've missed the world. I've got the moon and the sun, but I've missed the world. Let me go back and try to find it. But I hope that you will, tell me ways that you think working with a solar eclipse can happen. What is the energy of a solar eclipse, and how do you work with it? And this particular one in Sagittarius, what does it mean to you? And for me, here's the world. For me, okay, so we've got the sun and the world, and then the moon kind of comes in between. And if we were to do that as a tarot reading, there really is sort of a looking at what are you missing? Where are you missing the light? Where are you missing enlightenment? Where are you missing knowledge? Where are you missing truth? Where are you missing your own power? And how can you discover truth that will help you find it? That's kind of where I would go, and I would use these three cards to kind of build that energy. And so when we talk about tarot magic, this would be tarot magic. And it would be sort of creating that eclipse energy so that we could focus on finding those answers. And then I might do a divination around looking for those particular answers. Okay, let's see what other people say. The new moon solar eclipse, this is from Horace Van Dunn, is also conjunct the South Node in Sagittarius. This is huge for releasing what is past, South Node, and setting new intentions regarding the new moon. Interesting. Interesting. And did you see that Dave Victor was just using his psychic ability to help Jill find her keys? Did you see that? And it happened and it worked? Very well done. Very well done. All right. Let's give applause for that process. Good stuff. All right. Horace Fan says, yes, all about truth, given Sagittarius correspondence to higher truth and justice. So yeah, I might meditate on these three cards and how they're working together in an eclipse formation, and then do a divination around those questions. That's what I will probably do. What will you do? What would you want to do? And, once again, the floor is closed for new readings. We are now talking tarot. And the other topic for today is tarot magic. And so these things kind of conjunct each other because we're sort of talking about, is there particular tarot magic that we would do with this eclipse that would be particularly helpful for us? So what are your thoughts around all of that? And when we talk about tarot magic, the question was, okay, we talk a lot about what cards to use for tarot magic. If it's about your house, use the Ten of Pentacles. If it's about a legal situation, use Justice. But what would you do with those cards? How do you use a tarot card in magic? And so tag it Tarot Magic and tell us how you do it. Disco Buddy Eclipse, see what house of the astrology is in your birth chart the eclipse is happening, and then write 7 to 10 manifestations around that theme. So I know so little about astrology. So the eclipse is in Sagittarius. So are you saying like where Sagittarius is in my birth chart? Is that what you're saying? Tell me more. Tell me more. Pretend I know nothing, because when it comes to astrology, I know next to nothing. Seriously. And Horace Van Dunn, Temperance corresponds to Sagittarius. Yes, it does. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you could add, see, as soon as we bring tarot into it, then I'm like, oh, I know what to do, because I'm like all tarot and not enough astrology. I'm looking for my Temperance right now, because I think it would be interesting, because we know that the same cards pulled for any person are going to be different for each person. So here's the thing right here. And so to really look at these cards as a reading for yourself would be good. Would be good. All right. And Lisa says, I don't know enough about tarot magic to answer questions, to ask questions. That's okay. Pay attention and you'll learn more. And Diane says, what card for new jobs? Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles is what I would say, most specifically. Unless you're looking for a specific kind of job, in which case you might use a card that corresponds with that job. And Clumsy Clairvoyance says, eclipse in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, too, which governs our ethics and philosophies. This is also in conjunction with the 9th house. Interesting. Okay. Lady Lenormand, Tarot Magic. I choose a card or two for things I want to release or situations I'd like to go away, and then I put the cards in the freezer for a day or so. Usually seems to work. And this is where, like, you don't want to do that with your regular working deck, because then you're not playing with a full deck. That's one reason why it's good to have so many decks, right? And if you ever end up with a broke deck, a deck with a card that's damaged or missing, use those cards for magic, for sure. For sure. Okay. Horse Van Dunn, if you have Leo rising, I do. You have Sagittarius on your 5th house, approximately. 5th house rules children, fun, love, and creativity. Well, that's cool for me. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Dave, I always thought an eclipse highlighted the fact that some things are hidden from us, and as it passes, hopefully we'll see the light. We might ask the cards what those hidden things are. Beautiful. I love it. Oh, Tarot with Linda, Wheel of Fortune corresponds to Jupiter. Also another card that corresponds to Sag, and I'm a Sag myself. So yeah, so we could add the Wheel of Fortune into the mix. And then suddenly, with all of these cards, you have enough cards to do just a quick divination between these and pull one card maybe for a focus, and that could be fun too. Okay. And Sarah, Sag energy, optimism, truth, quest for higher knowledge. So the eclipse could bring healing change in these areas. Seems to fit the holiday theme of community and looking forward to the new year. I love that. I love that. Okay, Betty, in Tarot Magic, I've seen some people make a copy of their cards and burn them. Oh yeah, I'll do that with my broke decks too. I'll burn them. I'll take a knife and stab them. Oh yeah, absolutely. If it's an energy you want to have go away. Lady Lenormand puts them in the freezer. That works too. And I think it depends on what it is, you know. But any of that. Von Ray, right? We are Leo rising twins, aren't we? Okay. Regarding the eclipse from Clumsy Clairvoyance, Tarot and Magic, use the number 9, and the meaning of it is a fuel for your new intentions. This numerology can really make magic more powerful. I love that. So would you say 9? Why 9? And specific to the eclipse? Explain why. Explain more. I know it's hard when you're typing. I have it easy because I just get to talk. I know. But still, more. Okay, from Amy Mauser, Tarot Magic. I will sometimes use cards from a broke deck to make a piece of art, incorporating color, chip crystals, words, etc., to create a spell. That is fabulous. I love that. So let's go back to Diana looking for a new job. And so we say, okay, how about that Ace of Pentacles? How would she use the Ace of Pentacles for a new job? So here are some things I would do to get a new job with the Ace of Pentacles. First of all, I would take the card, I'd spend some time with it, I'd breathe with it, and I'd really try to breathe its essence into me. And I would affirm a new job. I'm going to have a new job, and I would picture the way I want the job to be, and maybe I would choose some other cards that describe that. Maybe it's a 9 of Pentacles thing. Maybe it's a 3 of Pentacles. How do you want that job to be? I would hold it to my heart and breathe it in, face in, and just breathe that energy in. Then I might put it on my altar and light a candle, and I might carve the candle and dress the candle for what I want. And then again, I would visualize and light the candle and burn the candle with the card. I might print out the card really small and put it in my wallet or carry it in my bra or in my pocket to a job interview, or when I'm doing a job interview, those kinds of things. That's what I might do. Lady Lenormand, I use an old worn out deck for things like that. I also use them to make tarot altars for manifesting and leave them out overnight. Yes. And what might go on that altar? As many cards as make sense. Candles, statuary, pictures, anything. Okay, so the floor is still open for other tarot questions, not questions for readings, but questions about tarot. And we're still talking about eclipse and tarot magic, so go ahead and get in your questions and your thoughts about these things. So Betty, if you use the 9 of Cups to receive a wish, how long do you keep the card out and maybe light a candle? Now, I would be specific too and find a card that goes along with the wish. So like if you're wishing for money or you're wishing for a house, the 10 of Pentacles. If you're wishing for a relationship, the Ace of Cups. If you're wishing for healing, what card do you associate with healing? Maybe the Star. So I would have another card there too. And definitely a candle, and overnight is usually sufficient. Absolutely. From my perspective, maybe other people do it differently. I'm not the queen of tarot magic. I just do a lot of it. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And actually, I can show you some tarot magic from my own altar. Hang on a minute. And some of you know about this because you also have taken Madame Pamita's classes before. But at Omega this summer, Madame Pamita was there and she did her tarot magic class. And so we had to choose cards. I did too. We chose 2 cards. We put them together back to back with tape, but you can also stitch them. And we had stickers. So we found stickers like my star has a microphone and went shopping. My initials, my husband's initial, and January for StarCon, wanting StarCon to be successful. And here, Ace of Swords to go along with that for everyone doing the right thing, speaking clearly, all of that. And some different stickers I put there. And then inside on a little piece of paper, I wrote my petition, what it was that I wanted. Now this one was more personal, right? This was business and specifically StarCon. This one was more personal. So I use strength because it's my birth card, and the Ace of Cups because who wouldn't want that? And I've got my guitar. Actually, it's a ukulele, but I want to play music. I want to write and I want to travel. And here, so Scorpio for me, and just love and a unicorn in a bubble bath. That's everything I want right there. And again, the petition on the inside. So how fun is that, right? That was like a great workshop. I regress to about 10 years old. I'm wandering around looking for the stickers because there's stickers on every table. So we all had to walk around to find stickers we wanted. So much fun. So much fun. Tarot Magic to help you find a lost item, Claire. I would say the Ace of Swords. And let me go back and look for more questions. Okay, let's see. Horse fan done. Why nine? Sagittarius rules the ninth house of the wheel. And I was wondering, because in Wicca, 9 is always the number, right? You always want the power of 3 times 3, right? Lady Lenormand, I use an old worn out deck. Oh, yes. Sorry, reiterating. Okay. And clumsy clairvoyance because Sagittarius, Jupiter, ninth house, all affiliated with this eclipse, which brings upon huge, big changes and beginnings. So I would coordinate that into the numerology. Very good. I love that. Thank you for doing that. Clumsy clairvoyance and Sagittarius is also fire energy. So using candle magic for this would be more power. And you could also use the Ace of Wands to bring that fire in as well. Okay, Dave, you attach the cards with the stickers, but what do you do with them? Do you put them somewhere significant in the moonlight, burn them after a certain time? They're just sitting over there on my permanent altar, and they're probably going to stay with me. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. She didn't really go into that, so they're probably just going to stay with me forever, and after I die, my kids will find them in my stuff. That's probably what's going to happen. Okay, DeAndre, I do not have appointments available after the live. But again, if you want to go to my website and schedule appointments, I've got times available Saturday and Sunday, I believe. Okay, Betty Fleischer, I have many scrapbooking stickers. Now I have many ideas. That's so good, right? And that's all Madame Pamita. I can't take credit for any of that. But it's a great idea, right? I love it. And so, this brings up the idea that with tarot and with magic, we can be creative. And, apparently Sag fire creativity, that's a thing right now too with this eclipse, but always, always, always to be creative. So, other thoughts about tarot magic and the eclipse? Oh, DeAndre, very good. Excellent. So glad I see you. I see you. I see you scheduled. Thank you. Tomorrow, looks like 1 o'clock is when it came in. For 1 o'clock tomorrow. So that's fabulous. Thank you so much. Very good. I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Dave, 1,000 years from now, archaeologists will find your sticker cards and think they've found a new religion. Yeah, well, they might be right. All right. So we're in our last 5 minutes. It is time for shameless self-promotion. If you have a website, an Instagram, any of those things, go ahead and drop them. Let's support each other. And DeAndre, I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Lisa, how do you get started with tarot magic? So basically, when you think about magic, primarily, magic is about attracting something, releasing something, making something bigger, making something smaller, right? And each card has a meaning. Think about the cards as representing things that you might want. Now, if you're trying to heal, you could use the Three of Swords and put it in the freezer, or burn it, or stab it, or rip it up, or even put it face down on the table and say, I banish you, as a way of getting rid of whatever, whatever is causing the unwell. So each card means something, right? Here we have money and a job. We talked about that. Here we have wisdom, peace, balance. Here we have a relationship and the healing power of love. So you think about what you want, either to attract or to get rid of. Find the cards that represent those things. And either you're bringing the energy to you or you're banishing the energy. That was simple. That was like the 2-minute tarot magic talk. Oh, Melanie, no problem. My pleasure to share. Clumsy clairvoyance, they all complement each other. Magic, tarot, chakras, astrology, etc. Yes, indeed. And in fact, this month our class is chakras for tarot readers, so that should be fun. Yes, Lady Lenormand, that's good. When you're doing a reading, if something comes up that you want to change in a reading, and I can't take credit for this idea, this is a Rachel Pollack idea, but you can turn the cards. So for instance, if the Tower comes up and you want to mitigate it in a reading, reverse it. Or if a card comes up reversed, like suppose the Nine of Cups comes up reversed, turn it this way to welcome the wish's fulfillment. Okay, let's see. And we are in our last 2 minutes. Deanna, I need to try this because I feel so disempowered. Yes, 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 absolutely. So helpful. There is so much power here. Disco Bunny, magic is about harnessing and focusing your attention. Anything you do is simply a technique to do that. I would have an argument with you about that. This is a belief thing, and that is your belief, and that's a fine belief. But I have a different belief system on that. Yes, and I really honestly believe that these symbols have power, that there are tools that are themselves energetically magical. And if we use them, we can harness that energy, that it's not just our intention, it's something outside of ourselves as well. But we all have our own beliefs about things. It's just important to recognize that these are beliefs, there's no way to prove one way or the other. And what else? Rules are more like guidelines, just like various meditation techniques, quiet your minds. Yes, all of that, yes. But I believe also that like these images are going to have more power than a picture you would tear out of a magazine, for example, because of what is inherently in these and what has been in these for a couple hundred years. That there is energy. And honestly, it depends on how much of an animist you are. And I'm not that much of an animist, except when it comes to tarot and stones and magical tools in general. So it's an interesting thing. Clumsy clairvoyance. Yes, crystals with tarot magic can be really impactful. Yes. Horace Van Dunn, tarot has much thought energy attached. Yep, Disco Bunny agrees with me. Excellent. So now we can't have an argument. Oh, well, that's okay too, right? Right? I love that we can share ideas. We're not always going to agree on things, and that is perfectly okay. There's, as long as no one gets hurt, there is really no right or wrong here. It's all about figuring out what works for you and what you believe. And thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for sharing, Disco Bunny, Lisa, Lady Lenormand, Horace Van Dunn, Clumsy Clairvoyance, all of you here today who have taken your time and your energy and shared with us. Please do join us for our upcoming classes. We have our members only class on the 14th, and we have chakras for tarot readers coming up pretty darn soon. When is it? It is the 7th, December 7th. So next Tuesday, chakras for tarot readers. Please join us. We'd love to see you. Special shout out to the members. Thank you to all of you. And just quick shameless self-promotion. As DeAndre has discovered, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, you name it. I can do it. And I have a feeling, honestly, that the Friday weekly wrap-up is not even going to be at 12:45. I'm not sure when it's going to be tomorrow. Surprise, it'll be a pop-up. But we'll get it going one way or the other. We will get it going. And somewhere there, we will get it going. And I will look forward to seeing all of you really soon. Remember, StarCon, get your tickets for StarCon. StarCon.com, STAARCON.com. And please reach out to my website, ChristianaGaudet.com. Read my blogs, read my poetry, schedule an appointment as DeAndre did. And sign up for my newsletter. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you all so very much. Special shout out to our members for making all of this possible. Remember to like this video. Appreciate all of you. Take care.